one of the key ways to keep up with the competition on selling on the Amazon marketplace is by making sure that you're selling fast-selling products. In this video today, I'm going to share with you how to know if a product is selling well, and I'll do some live deal analysis with you on my computer. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson. I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, and in the USA, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller as well. I'm hopefully going to expand into another marketplace. If you're interested in learning how I'm doing it and what I'm learning in my journey, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to talk about today? Well, first things first, number one, let's give you a little bit of a backstory. Why are we making the video? Number two, let's talk about what are the things you need to check to determine sales velocity, i.e. how fast something's selling. Number three, let's talk about how to know if a product is actually really selling well on Amazon, and I'll do that live deal analysis with you. And then finally, number four, I'll do some top tips and share them with you just so you can kind of really understand what you need to know about this topic. Let's get started. So first things first, number one, let's give you a little introduction. So as you might all know, should we say, within the Amazon marketplace, every single year is becoming more and more competitive, which is why having a strategy is going to help you stay ahead of competition, but also as well, make sure that you don't fall behind is so important. Now, within our own Amazon businesses, and obviously we've got the UK and the US, and both are doing 7 figures, we're using tools like Keeper, SAS, or SellerAmp to determine, to understand, to know how fast a product is selling based on its sales history and velocity. Now, you might be asking, what's in it for you? Well, basically, if you know how to determine how well a product is selling, that's going to help you make a smarter decision on which products you should resell, buy to resell on Amazon because they're in demand, but also as well, which products you should avoid. Why? Because at the end of the day, if you buy the wrong products, you're going to lose money. If you buy the right products, you're going to make more sales and obviously make more money. Okay, question for you guys. I just said something which maybe a lot of people didn't talk about. I said there's more competition on Amazon than there's ever been. That's what I think, and I'm certainly seeing. Let me ask you, do you see that as well? Let me know down below. Do you think there's more competition? Drop me a yes, and if you don't, drop me a no. I'd love to know. Yes or no in the comments down below. Now, this leads me nicely onto my second chapter. What are the things to check to determine sales velocities? There are going to be a couple of things that you should really look at to help you understand or determine sales velocity. And that's really going to be through the sales rank. And then from that sales rank, you're going to see a sales estimation. And that's based on which category you're in. Now, to give you further explanation of the way this works, and what I'll do is I'll start off with, should we say, sales rank. Now, basically, the sales rank is the rank number that describes how well that product is selling on the Amazon marketplace within that category relative to all the other products within the same category. Now, the lower the number, i.e. closer to 1, means the better the product is selling. What that allows you to see is that the further away the product is from 1, let's say, for example, you've got one which is sales rank 5 and another one's 150, then obviously the 5 is going to be selling more than 150. That's how it works. It's just a rank order. Now, what I will say is if you want to learn more about sales rank, I could be here forever, but what I did do is I actually created a video beforehand called Amazon Sales Rank Explained. I'll drop it up here. Check that out. That's going to talk you through more detail and how it works and some scenarios around it. Now, the second one we look at, and we do look at both of these, by the way, because we use them to compare, is that we use what's known as sales estimation. Now, sales estimation is a rough estimate of the number of products that can be sold, if you say, within a month. Now, obviously, you can probably guess for the number of sales estimations, the higher the number, the better. Now, this leads me nicely onto my third chapter, and that's really how to know if a product is selling well on Amazon. Now, what I'll do within this chapter is, I want to share with you some slow selling and some fast selling ASINs, give you an idea of what I'm looking at, how I'm doing it, and also as well, what analysis I'm doing to kind of see about sales velocity. And for the sake of this exercise or screen share that I'll do in a minute, I am using Keeper and I'm using SAS or SellerAmp, and I'll drop a link to both of those down below, and also you can get them as well. And I think there's a free 14-day trial with SAS as well, so check that out. So let's jump off the computer now and I'll show you what I'm looking at when we do that analysis. Okay, so first thing first, I just jumped into one of these products. Now, I'm not going to go through, should we say, the whole analysis of is it profitable to buy? I'm really focusing on that sales velocity. That's what we're here to look at. So first thing first, I've got SellerAmp here loaded up, and you see right away it says 41 sales per month. And that's really good. It's going to give you a really good estimation of sales per month. And remember, that's the whole listing. Now, the one thing which I'll say is if you kind of scroll down, you can see there's a lot of sellers on here. We've got other sellers quite a lot, and I can look over here and see that I think there are 35 offers, so quite a lot of sellers on the listing. And if I even look on the Keeper chart, I can see that this new seller count, the blue line, is going up and up and up. So it tells me there's a lot of sellers. Now, I'm not too going to go into detail about that. You can look at my keeper chart or keeper lessons. Just remember that while this listing might be doing 41 sales a month estimate, that obviously that's going to be divided amongst the people on or around the buy box. So obviously, and there's a lot of people, like 35, not on the buy box right now, but like on the listing, and a lot of them are going to be on the buy box. So as a result, it's going to be competitive. Now, the next thing I'm going to look at, so 41 is the first thing I look at straight away. I like that. And remember, that's a snapshot in time. That's as of right now. What does, should we say, SAS or SellerAmp think this product's doing right now as an estimate? It says 41. Now, the next one I'm going to be looking at is this sales rank here. The one thing which I'm looking at when we go over this sales rank, and you can see that green line down there, is what I'm really going to try and see is how's that changed over time. Now, remember that this is that sales rank number, and if you want to see where that comes from, I'll show you that in a minute. But this sales rank number is basically telling you where that is in the rank order. Now, the one thing I said earlier on just a minute ago is I looked at that 41, the estimated sales, but that's only right now. Now, what I want to see is what's the sales rank been over time. Now, why is that important? Because let's say, for example, the sales rank dropped down today, really, really low, and it's like really close to 1. Well, that estimate might be really high. But the other thing is if I noticed that in the past, the sales rank was never been close to 1, it's always been really high, and I'm probably going to estimate that sales rank's been really low in the past, i.e., the closer it is to 1, the faster it sells. So when we look at this product right now, what I can see is that now it's quite a low, this green is quite low, sales rank 6,000, and it's been pretty low all the time. Like, before we've had like down here, again, been lower than 6,000 in the past. So I'd say that this product's been selling really well right now, but also as well, selling quite well in the past as well. Maybe around these kind of areas, it's slowed down. Not too sure why, but generally I wouldn't have a problem with this product. It's pretty consistently selling really well. That's something to think about. So again, I'll just come back. If you are interested in that sales rank number, where do you find it? Obviously, you haven't got the tool. You can probably just see it. 1 second. It's normally around here, around this information here, product details, and it will tell you what rank number it is within Amazon Marketplace. So I can't see it. It will normally be around that next to the ASIN. It will tell you like the rank number. Okay, so let's jump on to another product now. So this product here, again, another nice product. So first things first, we're looking 45 sales a month. Again, pretty much similar to the other one. Let's have a little look down. And again, you can see this kind of sales rank information here. So, and I'm going to hover over the sales rank. That's the only thing I'm really looking at. Now, the one thing you can go to see is obviously it's not as close to 1 as it has been in the past. It was in the other one, but it is, kind of down. And we can see probably from say like the 1st of October to the 1st of November, it's been pretty consistent low. Let's call it like 40,000 sales rank, for example. Prior to that, it was much higher. Maybe it's going around 80 to 100,000. So what I'd probably say is that historically in the past, this hasn't done so well, but right now it has. Now, the one thing if you want to just understand across keeper charts is like, why has that been the case? Well, the one thing you might notice as well is if you look at the buy box price, you'll probably notice that the buy box price is a lot lower, coming around, should we say, mid to late September, early October, and all the way through October. Prior to that, the buy box price is a lot higher. And if you understand anything about economics, supply and demand, if you generally drop the price, more people will buy the product. So what have we seen here? What we've seen right here is that the price, the pink line, has gone down, and as a result, the sales rank's generally improved. But when the price was higher, the sales rank was a lot worse. So something to think about there. Price does have an effect on the sales rank, but that's kind of a good thing for you to look at. And for me, like, I'd say this product's certainly selling. I'd be happy with it, no problem. And also as well, there's going to be less demand, competition. You can see the new seller count is going down as well. So I like that. Let's jump over to some slower selling items. So saying straight away 9 sales months, I can see that. And also as well, we can look at this sales rank. Now, the one thing I'm going to hover over is I can see that it's kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. And when you can see this is kind of going up and down, and the one thing I want you to really look at is there's an area here, it's got this kind of like arching effect. It's got another area here, arching effect. When you see that arching effect, and then the moment you see a drop after, I normally count that as 1. Now, when you start getting down here where there's no arching effect, I can't really count them, but I can really see this is going really slow. So from the space of October through to November, if I'm going to be really careful, like maybe not perfect, but I'll guess maybe like 1 drop there, another drop there, another drop there, another one there, there, probably like 9, I would agree. And it's just definitely not a faster selling item. I'd probably say by looking at that graph, it's pretty consistent. And again, that sales rank is consistently selling about 9, but it's just not as fast. And you can kind of see that it's slow, not lots of little squiggles down the bottom. That's something to think about there for you. Now, the final product to look at right now is this Ben Sherman shirt. Now, quite simply, if you come in saying 8 sales a month, fine. And if you jump over the sales rank, I can see like, again, like it's really not moving And I can just kind of see like it kind of goes up and then it kind of goes down. It's not really doing too much. But the one thing I would also say about this is just be very careful. The reason is a lot of products around these, like, should we say, clothing, shoes, they're generally like variation listings. Now, the reason why I say that is because you can see on Keeper, it's got variations tab. Now, one thing I want to show you is if you have a quick look here, this is ending in RFG. I want to have a quick look down, see if I can find that RFG. And then what I'm going to look at is the number of reviews of that thing, of this individual ASIN. When you get what's known as variations, a lot of the time the Keeper charts can merge. So it might look like it's doing really well, but actually it's not the product that you want to buy, it's another one of them. So let's see if we can find that RFG. Here we go, RFG. And I can see here under reviews, it's got 1, which is 3% of the rating, which is like really low. So I'm like, actually, you know what? Like, it's got 1 review. By the way, the top selling one, we'll kind of scroll to the top. Up here, again, it's got 1, but reviews-wise, it's got 20, or should say ratings, 22 ratings. So this is the better selling one. The one we're looking at isn't at all. So also, when you're looking at your data, don't just look at, should we say, the estimated sales. Do look at the Keeper chart, look at that Keeper chart over time, but also as well, if it's a variation listing, look at the variations and keeping. Super important. Okay, so the one thing which I'll say is you're probably watching this video right now because you're getting started on Amazon, looking through products, trying to find out about sales ranks, sales velocities, how to calculate estimated sales, and I really understand there is a lot to learn. At the end of the day, business is inherently difficult. There's a lot to figure out. Now, the one thing which I'll say within any Amazon business is that the biggest thing that you've got to do is find products to invest your money in, because at the end of the day, tools, software help out, but it's really the investing in products which make money. That's the important point. Where do most people struggle? Well, they struggle by the fact that they just don't have enough time, or they just can't seem to find enough deals. Those deals doing online arbitrage, so those deals which are going to be a real challenge. Now, what do I recommend for you? Well, quite simply, within my own business, I have literally an army of VAs in the US and in the UK sourcing for deals. Now, what do we do? Well, every single one of the deals that are found in my own business, by the way, that's 2 7-figure businesses, we also, should we say, offer to other people that they can buy them as well. So we put every single deal on our deal platform, and you can come in, you can look at all the deals. We hide the ASIN, we hide the URL, the supplier. You can see all like the Keeper charts, you can see the sales data, the sales estimations as well. See if it's the kind of product that you like. Maybe say like, hey, I like that Keeper chart. No, I don't like that Keeper chart. You can add in all your shipping fees, work out your own profitability, and that sales tax, for example, is going to really help you out. Now, when you're happy, what do? You buy tokens, and then you exchange those tokens to unlock the deals. And now that's just going to really speed up your business, because now you're getting access to more deals, my own deals, saves you time, and it allows you to start investing that money. And also as well, so many people talk about it because it helps you find new suppliers, new stores that you just did not know about in the past, maybe faster selling ones that you never even realized were out there. Now, the one thing which I'll say is if you are interested and want to learn more, then do look at FastTrackFBA online arbitrage deals down below. Honestly, it's going to really help you out, and you can see more information about it, but have a look at the link down below and check it out today. Okay, so this leads me nicely to my 4th chapter, and that's the top tips. So what do I recommend? Well, look, looking at sales estimations and sales rank are absolutely amazing, but if you're still not sure, or maybe you've got a question, number 1, do a test purchase. Now, what I will say, there are times whereby a listing has maybe more sales than what the tools show. For example, Keeper might show that it's got 10 drops, but it's actually selling one hell of a lot more. We have seen that before. But also as well, maybe it looks like it's selling a lot and we really don't think it should be. So maybe do a test purchase, buy a couple of units and see how well it actually sells. Then you have the real data, not the estimated. That's important because you want to make sure your money is being invested wisely. Now, the second thing I recommend for you is check other factors that affect sales rank. Aside from, should we say, checking the sales rank in sales estimation, obviously do consider other factors, like, should we say, the competition. You saw me looking at the new seller count. Also, look at the buy box. If you're going to come in and drop that price, you'll probably see that the sales rank will go up. It does happen. But if you're going to come in and drop that price or put that price really high, you'll probably see the sales ranks go down and the sales estimation go down, and that's going to cause you a problem. There are going to be varying factors which affect the sales rank and something to do. Now, another one that you might consider is think about if Amazon is on the listing, and they're not sharing the buy box. It doesn't matter the sales rank. It doesn't matter, how much profit you got. If Amazon is not letting you sell this product, you will not get any of those sales velocity. So be very mindful of that. Check those other facts check what the competition are going, check the selling in the buy box if it's Amazon, and that's going to be so important for you. Now, what I will say is after understanding a little bit more about how to know if a product is selling well or not, you might want to consider watching, should we say, a video that I created previously called 8 Ways to Deal with Slow Selling Items, which is something we will have to deal with, but it's going to really help you out. So I'll drop that around here. But hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, hit thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you know of anyone who's going to benefit from this or should really know about this, then do hit the share button and let them know. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson, and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.